The rain didn't just fall that night. It seemed to pierce through his skin, washing away the last pieces of the man he used to be. His hands were empty, his pockets carried nothing but lint, and the road ahead stretched endlessly into the darkness. He wasn't running anymore. Not from her, not from them, not from himself. He was walking away quietly, deliberately leaving behind the life that had once defined him. The house, the friends, the job, the love. All of it was gone. And yet, in that moment, there was a strange sense of clarity. Because sometimes the only way to find yourself is to lose everything. He wasn't some hero. He wasn't the kind of man who had everything figured out. In fact, he had spent years pretending to be okay, pretending to be confident, pretending to know where his life was headed. But the truth was, he was living a life built on foundations that were already crumbling. He had been the dependable one, the strong one, a man who always said, "I'm fine," while his soul quietly bled. And one day, life stopped whispering and started screaming. The people he trusted betrayed him, the dreams he had collapsed, and the love he thought would last forever simply didn't. He didn't just lose a person, he lost the version of himself that existed. When she was there, it's a strange thing, watching your life burn to the ground. At first, there's panic. You try to save what's left, you cling to the familiar, you beg for things to go back to how they were. But fire doesn't negotiate. Once it starts, it consumes everything until there's nothing but ash. And that's where he found himself standing in the ruins, realizing there was nothing left to fight for. And so he did the only thing he could. He walked away. But walking away isn't weakness. People think it is. They think it's quitting. But the truth is, walking away from something that is destroying you takes more strength than holding on ever will. He didn't walk away because he stopped caring. He walked away because he started caring about himself. And that decision, that quiet, private decision, was the beginning of everything. The first few months were the hardest. He had no plan, no clear destination. He'd wake up in the middle of the night in a cold sweat, remembering the laughter they once shared, the dinners, the long drives. He'd hear their voices in his head, those who doubted him, those who laughed when he fell. And there were nights where the silence in his room was so loud, it felt like it was crushing him. But in those lonely hours, he started to notice something. Without the noise of his old life, he could finally hear himself think. And for the first time in years, he started asking questions that mattered. Who am I? What do I want? What am I willing to fight for? He found work nothing glamorous, nothing close to what he had before, but it was honest. He woke up early, worked late, and came home exhausted. And yet, that exhaustion felt different. It wasn't the draining kind that comes from fighting battles that don't matter. It was the satisfying kind that comes from building something from the ground up. Slowly, he started saving. Not just money, but energy, self-respect, and discipline. And that's when he began to change. He stopped chasing people. If they wanted to leave, he let them. If they didn't see his value, he didn't argue. He realized that his worth was not up for negotiation. He started taking care of his body, running in the early mornings, lifting weights in the evenings. Every drop of sweat was a reminder, I'm still here. I'm still fighting. He read books, studied skills, learned how to cook, and started projects he had once told himself he was too busy for. He built routines. He cut out distractions. And day by day, he became unrecognizable, not to others, but to himself. It's funny how the same streets that once felt suffocating now felt like open roads. He'd walk past places that used to hold memories of pain, and instead of feeling bitterness, he felt nothing. The wounds had closed. And then, without even realizing it, he had crossed a line. He had stopped living in the past. People began to notice. Old friends reached out. Former doubters spoke with new respect. Even she, yes, the one he thought he'd never get over, reappeared, curious, almost regretful. But by then, he had learned one of life's most powerful truths. The man who rebuilds himself is no longer the man you left behind. He didn't need validation anymore. He didn't need their approval. He wasn't looking back. And that's when he truly understood what his walk away had done for him. It had stripped him of every false comfort, every illusion, every dependency. It had forced him to stand alone, to fight without an audience, to grow without applause. And because of that, he came back not just stronger, but untouchable. So, if you're listening to this right now, and you feel like you've lost everything, hear me. Walking away might just be the best thing you'll ever do. Not because it's easy, it won't be. Not because it's painless, it will hurt more than you can imagine. But because on the other side of that pain is the version of you that you were always meant to be. The version that doesn't settle. The version that commands respect. The version that can look in the mirror and say, I built this. I built me. They'll talk about you. They'll wonder how you did it. They'll try to figure out your secret. But you'll know the truth. It wasn't luck. It wasn't magic. It wasn't someone saving you. It was you deciding on that cold night to take the first step away from everything and towards yourself. And when you finally arrive, when you finally see how far you've come, you won't even think about going back. Because the man who walks away from everything and comes back stronger is never the same man again. And if you want to become that man, start walking today.